What's going on, guys? My name is OreoDrinker, and I haven't uploaded a video in a while. I said I was going to start uploading a while, and I did consistently for about a month, but my equipment just kind of started crapping out on me, and I just lost all motivation to keep fighting with it. So I took a break from it for a while, and it's been about a month since I've uploaded anything at all. And I'm not going to promise to be consistent because until I get a setup, I will never be consistent, like a good setup. But right now I just can't justify buying a $1,000 machine whenever I still have to pay for a $500 summer class, and I have to pay for a new instrument I'm getting this summer. So I'll get a new computer whenever I need one, but right now it just doesn't seem plausible. I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. I mean, I know I don't really talk about the gameplay, but usually I just ramble on about different things. But I'm gonna tell a story, a very personal story, and by sharing this, I'm gonna give some advice to people who are just unhappy. Okay, so about 2 years ago, I was about to be a freshman in college. I was just graduating high school and everything, and you know, big time in your life. It's very stressful, but I was dealing with it very well. My dad and I were doing very well. You know, my girlfriend at the time were doing very well, and it's just, I mean, it was good times. But a couple things happened. I didn't really want a long distance relationship, so instead of breaking up with this girl like I should have, I decided that I would stay home. College is about 2 hours away from where I graduated high school, and I just wanted to stay home and go to the local college. And you know, I didn't know what I was going to do. I just know that I wanted to be with this girl, and I didn't want a long distance relationship. To be honest, I knew I could have dealt with one, but I was worried that she wasn't going to be able to, and which I'll get in. But anyways, but my dad and I fought and fought and fought. I knew I was making the wrong decision in staying home, but I was pretty much blinded. I mean, I was unhappy. I was clearly unhappy. I would have loved to have gone to college, but I was making myself unhappy to try to satisfy someone who at the time, I really don't know how to word this. It didn't really seem like she had a problem with me staying there. I knew she had told me that she didn't mind me going to college away, but I knew that things wouldn't work out, and I think she knew it too. But and so my dad and I fought, and we fought and fought, and these were some of the most miserable times of my life. And because I knew I was making the wrong decision, he knew I was making the wrong decision, but I just kept going because I was an idiot. And but anyways, I ended up I didn't get accepted into the college that was closer to my house because I applied to it so late, and I ended up going to the college that's 2 hours away. And to be honest, I'm very relieved that I did go there, because you know, I think everybody, whenever they start spending some time alone, they have a time to think and discover like who they are and everything. But as I spent so much time by myself, I lived with my dad, but I drove into college 3 days a week, and whenever I was home, he was at work, and I was alone, like probably 80% of the time, and I had a lot of time to myself to play video games and just think. And I've thought a lot, and one of the things that I really just thought of was how unhappy I am. I mean, during all this time I became agnostic. I couldn't even begin to think of any way to become happy. I knew what the solution was, but I was too worried about what other people would think. I knew that the solution would just be break up with this girl, endure the pain for a month or so, instead of just dragging it out and making everybody unhappy. But I still wanted to give it a shot. I was being very selfish, but in a way I was being selfish, but in a way I was being unselfish, I guess. I don't know what these two guys were doing, but I was making myself unhappy, but everybody else around me seemed to be pretty much happy, I guess. That really doesn't make a lot of sense, I know. I'm sorry, but it's just it's a really complicated whole scenario. But anyways, I'll continue on with the story. I wasn't happy. I was too worried about making everybody else happy. The girl and I ended up breaking up a couple of months later, or right after I finished my freshman year of college. And to be honest, I Mark Wahlberg, that guy, but I was miserable for a couple of weeks, and then I just realized that it was for the best, and I carried on with my life. I became happy. I became myself again. But I knew that a part of me was stolen from this relationship that I had that just went on and on and on. And I knew that I wouldn't be the same person again. I know I would probably have flashbacks, or not really flashbacks. I know I would be, in a way, I'd be myself, but I knew that I had changed from the inside. But continuing with the story, I moved to a different college, ones where my friends went to. I mean, it's a nice college, it's a good college, and my dad didn't have a problem with that because he knew it wasn't for the wrong reasons. And I just became happy, and it's just, I knew that it would make me happy to be around my friends and to go to a college where I was away from my parents. I mean, I love my parents, but I gotta get out of the house sometime. And it was a really good time for me because I roomed with my best friend, and I talked to my other friends on Xbox Live, and it's just I really just, to make a long story short, I was miserable and I became happy. It was a really difficult time during that year to just cope with life, but it's just, everything's better. But after the breakup, I knew I had changed, but I knew I grew as a person. I helped grow, and I felt more mature in a way. I mean, I still act like a jackass with my friends and stuff, but I could feel whenever people would talk about a relationship that they're having, I can say, yeah, I've been there, done that, it sucks, and I can help those people with that. And as I felt myself growing as a person, I knew that if I were to get in another long-distance relationship, that I would be able to deal with it. Even if it was with the same type of person, that I would be able to be happy. And I knew what I had to do. I knew what I had to sacrifice in order for myself to be happy. Because as a good friend of mine once said, you can't live your life for everybody else, because what kind of life is that for you? Which, to this day, ever since he said that, I've lived by that quote. You can't make yourself miserable in order for other people to be happy. I mean, that sounds kind of selfish, but they need to do what makes them happy, and you need to do what makes you happy. And if you do something that makes both of you happy, then great. But you shouldn't sacrifice yourself. Just let me take that. Let me take part of that back. If let's say two friends, one of them is really torn up whenever the other one does better on them on a test or something, you can't do bad on that test just because you know it'll make your friend feel better. It's just, I mean, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. I mean, if you're like in a Saw game and you have to kill yourself so that a whole city can live, then that's a different type of thing. But that was really dark. I don't know why I even said something like that. But anyways, just the whole purpose of this video is just make yourself happy. Don't don't sacrifice your happiness just to I mean, seize the day. Take advantage of the fact that you're alive. Don't back down. I mean, you're alive and you have one life to live. I'm not going to say YOLO because I'm not a douchebag, but you have one life to live and take advantage of that. Have fun with your life, but don't take it too seriously because, to take Van Wilder's quote, nobody gets out alive anyways. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed the video. If it gets a good response, I'll do more, but sorry for the rambling. Have a good one.